Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is I am a Neko. If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you are okay with triggering you says the trigger phrase you are a Neko, you will instantly transform into the Neko that you are about to become. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase I am not a Neko, or if someone that you are okay with resetting you says the reset phrase you are not a Neko. Now your transformation will begin. So, let's begin by imagining your body. Arms, legs, torso, head, and let cat ears be added to it. The fur on them is soft and fluffy, as well as very long. Your fur can be whatever color and pattern you want it to be, and if you've already chosen one, you can use this time to choose another. Imagine swiveling them in the direction of a sound, and actually being able to hear it better. That is exactly what your cat ears will allow you to do. Just like with a normal cat, you can rotate them between straight forwards and straight to the side of your head that they are on, a motion that you will even do subconsciously to help you focus on sounds. Of course, your mind will just pay more attention to sounds in the directions that your Neko ears are facing, and you will know this. However, you will only remember it when thinking about why your hearing is stronger where your ears point, so just let that bit of knowledge fade from your awareness. You can have it again when it's needed, but there's no reason to let it ruin the fun when it isn't needed. Now, why don't we play a game? In your mind, imagine your Neko body. It's a warm, sunny day and you're standing on a cloud. It's a thick and soft cloud, so it can support your weight while serving as the world's best pillow. However, you're not here to sleep, you're here to play a game. You see, while the top of it is white and fluffy, this is actually a rain cloud. Only part of the cloud will rain at once, so I want you to try and find it by using your Neko ears. Once you do, you'll feel that part of the cloud become extra soft for a few seconds as a reward. Then, a new part of the cloud will start to rain, and you can try to find that. I know you love this game a lot no matter how many times you play it, and I would love to leave you to it, but I need to keep talking, so just keep on playing. You don't even have to pay attention to my words if you don't want to. Of course, even if you aren't paying attention to my words, some will still stand out to you, because you're a good kitty. And because you're a good kitty, you're going to find that some sounds make you feel really good. Specifically phrases like good kitty, good cat, good Neko, and so on. Whenever you hear one of these phrases, you will feel a burst of pride and joy, as well as excitement or relaxation depending on how calm or energetic the voice that praises you is. Either way, these feelings will stay with you for a bit before they start to slowly fade away. You'll also find that you can't help but respond to being called things like cat, kitten, Neko, kitty cat, and so on as if your name was said. You perceive yourself as a Neko, so it's only natural that you can't help but respond to the names that would be used for one. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about your tail. It's as long as your legs are tall and as wide as your arms are. Over the last inch of it, it curves inwards so that the end of it forms a continuous curve. It has the same long coat of soft and fluffy fur that your ears have, or a different one if that is what you desire. Just like with your ears, you can use this time to change the color and pattern of the fur on your tail if you want to. Although you know that no one but you can see it, you will still enjoy how your tail shows your emotions. For instance, it will swish from side to side if you are happy, and droop down if you are tired or sad. Of course, you can always intentionally control your tail, and that will override any emotion-induced movement that it is doing. Now, if you're still playing the cloud game in your mind, I want you to stop and imagine something new. Imagine that you are in a room. It has a nice carpeted floor, and is lit by warm light. In the room there's a bed, a window showing that it's raining outside, a ball of yarn, and you of course. It's raining really hard, and because your new ears are so much stronger than your old human ones, you'll find that sounds that seemed loud before are now a bit overwhelming. You'll get used to it eventually, but it will take time. Similarly, normal sounds will seem loud and quiet ones normal. Eventually you'll get used to all of this, but like with loud sounds it will take time. Of course, your hearing won't actually become stronger, but it will seem like it does due to your expectations of how loud things are being shifted down to make things seem louder, your tolerance for them being shifted down just as much. Just like with your hearing being stronger where your ears are pointing, you will only remember that this is how your improved hearing works when thinking about why your hearing is stronger, and since we are about to move on from this topic, you can let yourself forget about it for now. And as that knowledge fades away, let yourself focus on the ball of yarn and the little thread that is hanging loose from it. I bet it would be fun to give the ball a pounce. Go ahead, pounce it. There we go, wasn't that so much fun? Just keep on playing with the ball of yarn and batting it as I talk. You can listen to me if you want to, but you really don't need to, and playing with that ball of yarn is so much fun. Speaking of fun, you're going to find that playing with any cat toy is a lot of fun. They just seem to captivate your attention, and you'll enjoy using them so much. Whether you're trying to get something attached to a cat tease or are chasing the dot of a laser pointer, you'll find playing with cat toys to be loads of fun. Although, if you see the dot of a laser pointer, you'll pounce at it involuntarily so long as it is safe to do so, not even having enough time to realize what you are doing. You've been batting that ball of yarn around for a while now, so it's only natural that you feel tired. Why don't you get on that bed? There we go, feel how soft the pillow and blankets are as you curl up, wrapping your tail around you. The blankets make you feel so nice and cozy that you can't even be bothered to get under them. If you really wanted to you could, but right now you simply can't be bothered. In fact, you'll find that there are times where you can't even be bothered to go to a couch or a bed and simply lay down on the floor, stretching out or curling up before you start to drift off to sleep for a nice little cat nap, just like you are right now. Here, let me help you. Feel as I pull the blankets out from underneath you and rest them on top of you. And with you curled up there, I start to gently pet you, starting at your head, and running my hand down your neck and back, stopping at the base of your tail, and then going back to your head as I pet you over and over again. You like being pet, just like you like being scratched. It always makes you feel so happy and relaxed and snuggly, wanting to snuggle up against whoever is petting or scratching you. It feels really good if you are scratched under your neck or behind your wonderful little cat ears. In fact, being scratched in either of those places has the power to stop you in your tracks, and will force you to start purring. You purr whenever you feel really happy and relaxed, and there's nothing that you can do to stop yourself from doing this, but it will always just make the happiness and relaxation stronger so you don't mind. Naturally, you also like to meow instead of talking whenever it is practical, and you'll enjoy mixing in the occasional meow into your sentences, even if it makes you harder to understand. However, meowing and purring aren't the simplest sounds to make, and you will feel a need to practice them regularly until you sound exactly like a cat. That's a lot of complicated stuff, so why don't we get back to something simpler? Whenever someone that you trust tells you that they are scratching or petting you, even through text-based chat, you will feel it as if it were actually happening. In fact, you'll quickly forget that the petting or scratching isn't real. This will last until they tell you that they have stopped, or until an hour has gone by. If the petting is described as happening in or feeling a certain way, you will feel it as described. Also, if you really don't like how the petting or scratching feels, or if you really don't want to feel it, you simply won't. Now, as you lay in that bed with me slowly petting from the top of your head to the base of your tail, imagine something for me. We're outside together, and you're running around, your hyper kitty energy having gotten the best of you. Like always, I'm a humanoid fox, with 9 long and fluffy tails, my coat of fur somehow being even softer than yours. I've been trying to tell you something for a while now, but you just have too much energy. So, as you run by me I yell, telling you that I'm scratching behind your ears. Suddenly, you stop as you feel the bliss and relaxation that comes from having behind your ears scratched. You just stand there, softly purring. What were you doing a second ago again? It doesn't matter. I walk over to you so that I'm standing directly in front of you, and you nuzzle into the soft fur of my chest. My scratching makes you feel so affectionate. Of course, this affection is purely platonic and not remotely romantic, but it is strong, and it will always be present towards whoever is petting and scratching you, slowly fading away to normal levels once they have stopped. I wrap my tails around you, and your body goes completely limp in relaxation as you let them support you. I can feel the vibrations from you purring against my chest, it's really nice. Now I stop scratching behind your ears and start to slowly pet your head extra softly and gently. It makes you feel tired. Good kitty, such a good kitty cat. You like me a lot right now, don't you? That platonic affection is so strong, and you're so happy and relaxed. Now kitty, there's something that I want you to realize, okay? I want you to know that each effect of this hypnosis file will become inactive if that effect is a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if it is a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that it would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if it is a risk to your mental health. Also, any inactive effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. That's a good kitty, a good little Neko. Just let these truths sink down into that wonderful little head of yours. Soon these words will stop, but you'll stay here with me until your Neko body, the real one that is listening to this in trance, wakes up from the cat nap that it has fallen into. In fact, while your entranced mind will know that my words will have stopped, you will not. You'll just hear me calling you things like a good kitty and reminding you of how nice it is to be a Neko as I pet and scratch you, and you'll just gently purr into my chest, wrapped in my tails and snuggled up to me. When you do eventually awaken, the feelings that I have caused will have faded away as they should, but the memory of them will always calm and soothe you, as well as force at least a little smile onto the face of my favorite Neko. That's it, just purr away my sweet little Neko. Good kitty.